conducting the meeting here at the Richland Township. It's a board meeting. And I understand it's at the Richland Township trustee's office. And this is supposed to be a video of the meeting being recorded. So I'll call the meeting to order at 3 p.m. And the board members present is myself, David Willoughby, Don Durnall, Jay Thrasher. Township staff present is trustee Marty Stevens, deputy trustee Carmen Artiga, office manager Samantha Majors, and the caseworker Bobby Summers. And the first order of business is the approval of the February 18th, 2025 minutes.
I'll make them, that's for you.
It's a public hearing. Any public present for the public hearing.
We need to ask if there's any public present for the public.
Oh, and also, is there any public here to listen to the budget proposal for 2025? I don't see anybody, and I haven't heard of anybody. So that part of the meeting will be closed. I gotta get into that. Okay, so this part of the meeting is the first order of business is the February 18th, 2025 minutes. Is the board read the minutes?
I have.
Yep.
Any questions? Short meeting. I need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, Don makes a motion to approve. Jay seconds, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. And I guess the next item is to kind of discuss the Indiana Senate bill. I guess Marty can enlighten us some on that.
The legislature has passed two separate bills. One is Senate Bill 1, and the second is House Bill 1461. And both of them have different provisions, but generally speaking, they are wanting townships to develop a 3 to 5 year plan with cost associated with it, which will be due at the next meeting. But with this plan, anything that is like, any funds that you think you're gonna have over and above what these plans are gonna cost, they intend to transfer 30% of that to the county level. They're just gonna take it from the Department of Local Government Finance. So we have been working with Reading Associates to develop this plan and to make it a 5-year plan, so that we can minimize any funds that might be available to be transferred. We feel like we have generally tried to be fiscally conservative and responsible, and we certainly don't want to transfer any funds that we've tried to save here for the benefit of the taxpayers to go, to the county level for any reason. So we're just in the end stages of all that, but that's kind of where we are with that process.
Okay, anybody else have any questions on that? Marty's covered. Okay. Now we're down to the resolution of the Richland Township adoption of the Richland Township Capital Improvement Plan.
There's a resolution right here. This legislation is requiring townships to create a fund for road and repair improvement, even though we don't have any equipment to do that. And probably what they're gonna do is transfer that money to the county that's got the equipment to do that. That's my guess. They haven't done it yet, but
I have a question. If we transfer the money to the county, can they just use that all over the county versus here?
well, we have to create the fund,
Yeah.
and so they haven't told us what we're gonna do with the money that goes into it.
It's supposed to be within the township.
So it has to stay in the, that's,
Yes, within the township boundaries.
But my,
And we have to also approve the project that the funds
Okay.
are used for.
but it was
Okay.
my opinion that all the townships were gonna pool that money in there.
All the townships are required to do it, but our money will stay within our township.
Okay.
that's the part I was wanting to make
Yeah,
sure
because I
that it
wanted to
just
say-
didn't go into the
Yeah,
Monroe
that's-
County.
Who's gonna say, hey, I want Richland, I want this money for Richland? Van Buren gonna say, hey, I
Right.
want this money.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah,
So it's just supposed to be used
Okay.
for our township.
Okay, so, and we would have approval of
Of said project.
what's going on?
Yes.
All right, then
but the other thing
I'm better
about,
with it now.
the other thing about the roads is, okay, of course, I know they've just done it, but what about, okay, Hart Street Road is in Richland Township.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'd be an expensive.
Well, yeah, I mean,
project.
there's gonna have to be some
Yeah,
combining of us and the county for some things, but I was just more worried that it all went into one pot
Right.
and then the county would have control of it, and if they decided they're gonna spend it
elsewhere,
elsewhere,
they will.
yeah,
They
and,
would.
you know, and that's, the taxpayers here put it in there, but if we have approval, then, yeah, I mean, they'll have to work with us on,
Yeah.
you know, we won't have, yeah, so redo all of Hart Street or, well, paving anything of any distance is pricey.
But would the county council have to approve what road we'd wanna repair or work on?
I don't think the legislature's gone that far yet.
Okay.
The only thing it's requiring us to do at the moment that I clearly understand is to create the fund. To create the line item in the budget. But I'm sure that they've got something else they got in mind once that gets done,
They will probably tell us how much money we have to put in the fund.
probably.
And how much they wanna keep on the side. Okay. Is there any other discussion or questions on, this resolution?
It doesn't sound like we have much of a choice as far as approving it, because
That's
it's
exactly
state
what I
law,
was
so
thinking.
I guess I'll make a motion to approve it and hope it works out.
I second.
Okay. Jay makes a motion to approve the resolution of the Richland Township and a capital improvement plan. And Dawn seconds it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
And David, those two bullet points are within that same resolution. The resolution to create the fund and then the resolution to provide the funds, they're in the same resolution.
Okay.
We
So,
did two in one, cause it's
okay,
basically the same thing.
okay, so for the record then, the resolution of Richland Township to create the fund, which was House Bill 1461, is included in that resolution that we just voted on and approved. Okay, so the next one, resolution is to appeal for an increase above the maximum levy, civil levy. So we need to appeal for an increase.
It's just the appeal, there's no guarantee they're gonna approve anything, but at least we're gonna ask the question, if we're eligible. That's really what it boils down to. They could just say no as easily as they could say yes.
But Reedy had said previously that because of all the growth that we've had, that they felt like that we would be able to get that.
Yes.
Can I ask, maybe a dumb question then, is going back. What, this has, this has to be done before the township can enter into an MOU with other units? And what is an MOU and what other units?
It's a-
Memorandum of understanding with other units of government.
So, but this is the road money, oh, it would also be the infrastructure money? Okay,
Like if we
both.
worked with the street department, we
Yeah,
would have to
yeah,
go
yeah,
into an MOU.
So we don't have to be on the same page, okay. Seems like a check and a balance, a little bit, maybe.
Okay, does anybody have any other comments or questions on that resolution? If not, I need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, I have a motion, excuse me, by Dawn to improve the resolution.
Or second, I guess.
Okay. Dawn makes the motion and Jay seconds it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And the next resolution is a debt bond, resolution to transfer the fund of debt bond number 0180, the balance at 2025, which was $879.11, into the township fund, number 0101.
About a year or so ago, we were told by the State Board of Accounts and/or the Department of Local Government Finance to transfer funds out of that account into the township general fund. We forgot to transfer the negative balance. It's just a bookkeeping exercise. There's actually no money to be transferred, it's just a negative balance over into the other account. And this is what Reedy and Sons recommended that we do to clear the account up. There's no money in the account, period. And they're not transferring any new money into it. Why they had us do that, I'm not exactly sure, but that's all it is.
Okay, any more discussion or questions? Then I need a motion to approve that resolution to transfer the debt bond.
All right, I'll make a motion to transfer the balance to the appropriate fund.
Second.
Okay, Jay makes a motion to approve that transfer balance of $879.11 into the township fund. And Dawn seconds it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. And okay, this one, okay. We need to approve a petition to appeal for an increase above the maximum levy, civil levy for 3-year growth.
I think we just voted on
We
I was thinking
did that,
we
we
did.
did that.
That's the
Yeah,
civil
I was
one.
thinking we did
Yeah.
too, but I looked on this sheet and it's,
It's listed again.
Yeah,
okay,
Yeah.
just in the middle.
sorry about that. I guess we're down to the fire, the 2026 budget, the fire general fund.
It's our understanding, we're being told, that they are going to not have as much money in the fire fund, as they've had in the past, in taxes, as they've had in the past, and that's all we know. There's a projection that Carmen has there for the fire fund, and it shows it in the red. And so we're just passing on this information, basically, that they're not they're telling us they're not gonna have as much money. And we've already communicated that to the fire chief, and that'll be
Jay,
reflected.
did you wanna see this?
It'll be
Excuse my finger.
reflected
That's all right.
in our contract that we have, you know, for 2026, other there won't be the 4% increase. But in the contract also always says, we can only give them what we get, and it's a direct pass-through.
Okay, so do we need to vote on that? It just says approve.
I don't
We
think.
don't
that-
actually approve this.
No,
There's
I'm
no
sorry.
resolution, it's
I
just
looked at the wrong
They just
information.
want
one.
to
I looked at the
resolution.
wrong one. Okay.
Yeah.
So, is there any other new business?
Well, we need to approve the guidelines for 2025.
Oh, it's 2025 guidelines.
That we would approve them retroactively to January the 1st. We've been acting on them. And the only basic difference, I think, is the, see the document at the end of the table there? We updated the Health and Human Services guidelines for rent and for mortgage payments. And Bobby can help explain a little bit about the mortgage payments or the rent payments we're seeing at the moment.
That's not the budget.
Yeah, do you want me to talk now? All right, well, this is goes back from January 1st forward, and everything listed in here is money that's either been approved, applications have been accepted, so it's real time for this year, 2025. The first part of it is, I get landlords and different groups to sometimes defer some of their charges, like late fees and things, so it really helps the person we're helping have more affordable rent. The next part of it is what we have collected or has been paid out by other agencies that have worked with us collaboratively to address this increase. And so far, now we have 3 people still out, they're waiting to make their decision. We've collected over $22,000 in outside agencies to try to offset these increases that we're seeing. And if you look through, I marked everything purpose, so it talks about rent, and this part that they've helped with has been like 900, 500, 600. That consistently has been the portion I've been able to get from outside agencies to try to offset the rise in rents. And then if you look on the page where everything's color-coded, each color is a different month, so you can see how many people we served each month. And you can see rents were $2,200, $1,300, $1,500, $2,300, $3,000, $1,000, $18. I would say if we looked at an average, I'm seeing rents that have gone from probably about $700 or $900 to $1,700 to $1,800 a month. And what I'm also seeing is there's an urgency when we work with them. They are really quick to start charging very high late fee charges. So this accumulates very fast. We don't pay late fees, so some of the lower rents that you see from those other agencies are them helping cover those parts of the fees that we won't cover because the state doesn't allow us to cover late fees. So, and you can look all the way through, I've got every one of them marked how much we did from month to month, but I would say we average probably $1,700 to $1,800 a month. I have now mobile home parks charging over $1,000 a month to rent a mobile home park.
I'll tell you one thing that I know, because somebody in the family's renting a trailer park, but they charge $500 just lot rent.
Just a lot,
You could buy the trailer that's already there, but you're still gonna pay $500.
yeah, For the lot rent.
parking there.
Yeah. And they're
people
really
walk.
quick to turn it around, they're just, sometimes a little cutthroat, I think. The late fees are really high. I had someone who, father paid his lot rent, the first of the month. He died by the 15th of the month, and they put in eviction to repossess the trailer before she even had a chance to come up with the money and say, yes, I'm gonna work out living there. And she lost the trailer. The trailer park got the trailer. So anyway, this is just for January until now. And you can see there's some gaps. That means we haven't yet made the decision. They've turned in an application, but we haven't made the decision. We're at over $72,000. If you add up everything that we've gotten from other agencies that have helped offset that, we're really close to $100,000, and we're only just barely over half the year. Yeah,
We're,
it's very
we-
distressing.
we are definitely gonna run out of money, in township assistance. And we're waiting for the end of the third calendar quarter, which will be the end of September. So that we'll at least have 3/4 of the year in, and we'll have a fair idea what we'll need for the fourth quarter. And then we'll come to the board at the next meeting in 30 days, it's already scheduled, to let you know what we think we are anticipating for the fourth calendar quarter of the year. But with these kind of rents, I mean, nobody foresaw this coming, that I know of anyway. And, it seems to be pervasive. It's just, I don't know where they think people get money from.
Yeah,
They don't
Yeah.
care.
and
Yeah,
if
they
we're
don't
not
care.
raising minimum wage, we're doing nothing to help those people, and they're taxpayers. That's what I said over and over again in this meeting. I said, we have to protect the taxpayer. I said, the people we serve are taxpayers that are working 2 and 3 jobs to try to survive. Now, one of the things that the state, I don't know if you wanted me to mention this, most townships are having their guidelines for, household, the amount that you can be making and get assistance. They've raised that from 100% up to 150%. The state recommended it at a meeting, not official, one of the people that work in townships said that, and I called a couple of townships and found out that they had raised their guideline for what your income could be to 150%. Was that one of the things that you wanted to talk about or not for this new budget? Or had we not changed that? It looked at changing that.
We haven't changed the guidelines, but we have the flexibility to make independent decisions. And I think it's good to know that, but it falls into line with the fact that rents are increasing at a rate that are unpredictable. And people don't have that kind of income, not in the low-income population that we serve, certainly. And we're gonna have to start making some adjustments, because people just don't have the money. I mean, this is all there is to it. So, but we are gonna run out of money, there's no doubt about it. And we'll know more at the end, like 30 more days. Because we'll have to do an additional appropriation in order to be able to take care of folks. So we still have to approve the guidelines.
And that's what I wasn't sure if I was supposed to talk about that in the context of the guidelines or not.
Okay, so we need a motion to approve the guidelines for 2025. I'll make the motion that we approve the guidelines for 2025.
I'll second.
Okay, Jay makes a motion to approve the guidelines for 2025. Dawn seconds it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
That covers everything as far as I know.
Okay. Any other old business?
No, not that I recall.
Okay, the next, I have down here, the next meeting will be Tuesday, September 30th, 2025 to approve that 25 budget.
Yes.
So, if there's no other business, I need a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Dawn makes a motion to adjourn, and Jay seconds it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
It's very efficient, you guys did